Good day everyone. This purpose of this video presentation is to create a C++ program that will implement the given equation using Simpsons 3/8 rule. Before that, we will proceed for the briefing of Simpsons 3/8 rules. For the Simpsons 3/8 rules, you need at least 3 segments to implement the rule. For 3 segments, you need you need 4 points. This is the formula of the Simpson rule. 3 times h times f of x0 plus 3 times f of x1 plus 3 times f of x2 plus f of x3 divisible by 8. This is the implementation with the minimum number of points. If you are going to integrate a given function f of x with limits from a to b, implementing Simpson 3/8 rule with the least number of points, you need to determine the 4 points x0, x1, x2, and x3. For you to know those points, you need to compute for the interval h between points. The formula for h is equals to b minus a divided by 3. The 4 points will now have a value of x0 is equals to a, x1 is equals to a plus h, and x2 is equals to a plus 2 times h, and x3 is equals to b. Implementing with a multiple number of points. If you are to implement it with multiple points, you need to know how many segments are you going to use. If you have n number of segments, you must determine the points that you are going to use in the equation. For you to know the point that you are going to use, you need to compute for the intervals h. You can compute that by using the formula h is equals b minus a over number of segments. One important rule for Simpson 3/8, the number of segments must be in multiple of 3. If they are not in multiple of 3s, you cannot implement it. Your points now will be x0 is equals to initial, x1 is equals to x0 plus h, x2 is equals to x1 plus h, x3 is equals to x2 plus h, then x, etc., then xn is equals to b. So we will have an example for the given function. This is a sample problem. F of x is equals to e sine x over x cubed minus 10x squared plus 4. We have this is the solve for the integral of the function with limits of from 0.15 to 0.45. So we will using this given problem in Excel. So we will proceed for the Excel. So in the Excel, I have many rules for this equation, but we focus on the Simpson 3/8 rule. So as you can see, the limits is between 0.15 and 0.45. So the value of the value of x0 is 0.15, and the value of 0.40 x3 is 0.45. Then the equation for the x1 is b16 plus h, and the x2 is equals to x plus 1 plus h. Then the formula of h is b is x0 x3 minus x0 is over 3. Then we have the given problem in the example. Equals exponent of sine e raised to sine x over x cubed minus 10x squared plus 4. Then for the x of for the x, we will have for the Simpson 8 rule, Simpson 3/8 rule, we will get the 0.1383 111 to 35161658. This is the standard formula, but if you have a number of segments, I have an example here. So for the 12 iteration, and as you can see, the answer of the Simpson 3 tool we get that is 0.138. So we will proceed for the C++ program using Visual Studio 2008. So we will testing it if we can get the 0.138. So we will proceed in the Visual Studio. So for the C++ Microsoft Visual Studio, I have a program code. So we will get in the Solution Explorer, and this is the my program code. As you can see, the Simpsons 3/8 tool for evaluating of defined integrals. This is the subject of the prompt, and we input the include IO stream, include CMAT using namespace std, then double f x. We will example the given in Excel and the example for our given problem. Exponent e raised to sin x over x cubed minus 10x squared minus 4. For the int main, so we C out is a precision, C out set f ios and peaks, int n over a, tas double a b c h sum is equals to 0 integral. The C out is the title of the Simpson 3 rule, and by my name, C out, General Joseph Snillo, and the solution given problem is f of x e raised to sin x over x cubed minus 10x squared plus 4. Then C out, enter the limits of integration. So the value of a, the given problem is 0.15. The b is equals C in, C out for the, this is the given 0.45, and enter the number of subintervals. It should be a multiple of 3. Cn double h. This is the formula for our h, and for the I and n, this, and you can get, and this is my program code for Simpson rule example 3/8 rule by using the given problem that we use in the Excel. So we will run this so we can check if it's the same in the Excel that we compute. So this is our program code for the C++. Simpson 3/8 rule by my name. The solution, the given problem that we will use is e raised to sin x over x cubed minus 10x squared plus 4. Enter the limits of the integration. The initial limit a, so the given example that we used before is 0.15. Then the limit b is 0.45. Enter the number of the intervals. It should be a multiple of 3. So we will example for 12. So the definite integral is 0.138. So as you can see, it's almost the same that we get in the C++ program and in the Excel. Then that's all for our example of C++ program using Simpson 38 rule. Thank you.